We're back after a little hiatus. I'm Jax and
I'm Davis, man.
How are you doing today, Davis?
Pretty good. Woke up.
On time this time.
Yeah. Went to bed around 4 o'clock.
A.M.?
Yeah, I couldn't sleep.
Just one of those nights?
Yeah. But I'm waking up. I got work after this.
Oh.
So, we're back at it as always. You know what I'm saying?
Davis, it's probably your favorite weekend of the year so far. Your Cincinnati Bengals are in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And
we called it at the beginning of the year.
You said it as a joke, and it actually came true. I'll give it to you. It did come true.
And Jay Chizzy, Jamar Chase, Offensive Rookie of the Year last night. Joe Burrow, Comeback Player of the Year last night.
Yep.
You know who should have won Defensive Player of the Year?
Oh, who's the A?
No, Larry Ogunjobi.
Former Brown.
Yeah. No, I'm joking about that. Trey Hendrickson put up a great year.
He did.
He was, if there was a underrated player of the year, I think he wins that.
There's a lot of people in that.
Free agency steal of the year, definitely. Trey Hendrickson.
He was a good steal. Now, we need to recap how both teams got here. First off with the Bengals. They had a horrible first half against the Chiefs. You can say that, Davis.
Yeah.
And Mahomes just shredded them.
Yeah.
It looked like the Bengals had no chance. But the Chiefs being stupid at the end of the first, I think really was a turning point for the Bengals. They got cocky.
Yeah.
They could have gone up.
P. Ryan at the end, huge touchdown for the Bengals. 24-10, 24-3 is a different, or 21-10, 21-3.
Different.
It's a whole different game.
But then Andy Reid and Mahomes going aggressive with 7 seconds, throwing the ball to Tyreek, thinking you can get in the end zone. Didn't get out of bounds.
Mahomes' call right there, too. It was all on Mahomes.
And I just think it was stupidity. You had them down. Just take the points. Give yourself the lead. And then the Bengals really stepped up defensively and really made a lot of stops on defense. And T. Higgins stepped up big time for the Bengals, totaling over 100 yards. They really tried to stop Chase. So, I mean...
Double-teamed him.
They did.
That's what happens. You double-team Chase, you leave 85 open.
Yeah. And he made a lot of receptions. And I think Joe Mixon had an underrated second half. He had 80 rushing yards, which is good. I mean, you can't let Kansas City drop 8 because you're not going to win. And I think Joe Mixon did enough.
And Joe Burrow did pretty good when he was scrambling.
He did.
He picked up 2 huge first downs scrambling.
He did.
Joe Mixon fumbled end of the game. I think it was the right call, though. He definitely gave himself up.
It was close.
Yeah, it was definitely close. But
yeah,
he definitely gave himself up.
Yeah. I mean, Joe Burrow still got pressured a lot in the second half and made a lot of quick throws, which I feel like was an adjustment for him compared to the Tennessee game where he ate the sacks. And he's proven himself to be a top 5 quarterback in the game.
Bengals defensive adjustments, dropping 8, leaving 3 up front to be able to get pressure. I like at the end of the game we had Sam Hubbard in a spy.
Yeah.
And he just flew in whenever he saw a lane on Mahomes. Beautiful plays.
Yeah.
The Bengals, they had more passing yards than the Chiefs, but you know who actually had a really good game for the Chiefs? McKinnon. He played really good.
I think they went away from him in the second half when they should have. So
the Bengals the Bengals against speedbacks
struggle
are so bad. Like Foreman, when he got put in against for Tennessee against the Bengals, didn't look good. And Nick Chubb, he isn't really a speedback, but he was tearing up the Bengals this year.
Yeah. Josh Jacobs teared up the Bengals in the first round.
Yeah.
But moving on to the Rams.
I'd also like to say.
Oh, go ahead.
Joe Burrow, 1 interception, which was on an offsides play. You know the play I'm talking about?
No.
Well, Joe Burrow threw an interception. He threw it so lackadaisically.
He did.
It looked like the guy jumped off sides.
I mean, I don't know. I don't remember the pick, to be honest.
Yeah. But you can go ahead.
Okay, so the Rams game. Did you watch this game, Davis?
Not that.
You didn't
not
watch
that,
the Rams?
Not that hard. I didn't
Okay.
watch it that hard.
Well, I'll give you a little rundown. The 49ers were controlling this game through the third quarter. They were up 17-7. Playing their game, the 49ers game, they ran the ball really well with Elijah Mitchell, and Deebo Samuel absolutely torched them running the ball against the Rams. And then
Jimmy G, I did see that he did not have the best game.
I mean, he was 16-30, which is decent. It's like,
he threw at the end, though.
Yeah.
That flip, I saw that. And Jaquiski Tart, is that his name?
yeah.
He choked. But
I mean, through the third quarter, like, Kittle was killing him, Ayuk had a good game, and Debo, that three-headed monster at wide receiver, just they did enough passing the ball to move it. But then all of a sudden, I think Cooper Kupp just started to go bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
He made big catch after big catch in the fourth quarter, totaling 142 yards and 2 tutties in the game. And I said this on Monday. I said, just showing how he should win Offensive Player of the Year. And yesterday he did. I think it was well-deserved. He was the Triple Crown winner at wide receiver. So I had to give him some love. But like we said, Davis, the drop pick by Jaquiski Tart changed the game, love it or not. I mean, I felt really bad for the guy. That was one of the things, like, excuse me, 9 out of 10 times he's making that play. 99 out of 100 times he's making that play.
you know who, you know what we need to go over?
What?
After we go over the rest of this Rams, I don't think we have much left to say in the Rams game. It was basically just 2 chokes that happened.
Well, I mean, I was about to mention another choke.
What choke?
So, I think another one of the underrated game-changing plays was when they had 4th down at midfield with, like, 4 minutes to go. And I didn't know why they didn't go for a 4th and 2. When you have a guy like Deebo Samuel and you have an all-pro left tackle in Trent Williams, I don't know how you don't run the ball for 2 yards. The way Shanahan's a play caller, too, like, I didn't.
Yeah, Shanahan is a offensive, like, we're going to keep moving the ball. I trust you to get 2 yards kind of coach. He's not a punter coach.
And I just didn't get why he went conservative. But the Rams came back. Kupp had a big second half, and now we're here.
It all came full circle, though. I mean, the 49ers got some lucky plays in some other games. That blocked punt against
Green Bay.
Green Bay was huge. They won that game 10-7, right? Or
They didn't score a touchdown.
13-10?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 13-10 because the 49ers didn't score an offensive touchdown.
Yep.
It's wild.
It is wild.
But we need to talk about the injuries going
Okay.
into the Super Bowl. Higbee, he hasn't practiced this whole week, I'm pretty sure.
That's not good.
Uzama said he's coming back.
I don't know how he's coming back.
Don't know how good he's going to be. He did get an MCL sprain, which is like 2 to 6 weeks recovery.
And he's on like one
He's
and a half.
He's about to hit 2. He's hitting 2 on.
So he's coming
game
back
day.
early.
It depends how bad it was. I don't know. It was a grade 1 though, which means that it was either 2 to 4 weeks recovery.
I mean, I don't know.
And he's an NFL player, so it's not like it's a normal person.
Yeah,
Someone
he's
could
in way
feel
better shape. Yeah. I mean, who's their backup? Sample?
Yeah, he's not that
okay.
bad. He's a more of a blocker type though.
Yeah.
Biggest play of the Bengals season came down to my boy. I don't even know his name.
What?
In the corner on the 2-point conversion. I'm blanking on his name.
I know who you're talking about. The dude
He's the new Erickson.
I saw him. That play he flew in.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Davis, you want to hear my key matchups?
What do you want? What do
You
you
can
want to
say
say
yours
about it?
after.
What do you want to say?
For the Super Bowl, I have 5 key matchups. Bengals O-line versus Rams D-line. That's obvious.
Obvious.
I think the Bengals are going to have to be really good. Like, Jonah Williams is going to have his best game of the season. He's going to have to take Von Miller. He's going to have to help on with their guards because Isaiah Prince is awful
Yeah.
on that right side.
Yeah.
Him as your right tackle is scary. Because if they move Von Miller to the right side, oof.
I would like to say 49ers, no sacks allowed in the last game.
They have a better O-line. Way better O-line.
Yeah, way better O-line than the Bengals, but they did not allow a sack.
I mean, Garoppolo already got the ball out faster. I think one underrated thing Joe Burrow needs to do, this is just light criticism, is he doesn't throw the ball away.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he tries to make things happen when you could just throw it away and make another play. You know what I mean? It sometimes works out great, but as a Bengals fan, I feel like I wish you'd throw the ball away more and not take the sack.
The Chiefs should have had an extra pick, but that got dropped. I don't know how to describe the play, but it was on the right sideline, and he
Yep.
everyone thought he was gonna throw it away, and he just threw it right at the Chiefs' legs.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. He's just got to be smarter. That's my first matchup. I think that's obvious, though. And then I think my next big matchup is, can T. Higgins be that elite weapon again with Ramsey on Chase? Now, I know Bengals fans are confident Jamar Chase will get open on Jalen Ramsey, but I'm not so sure.
It depends what kind of plays they're calling for him.
Yeah.
I think Chase can get open against him, but will he get open on plays that matter?
Consistently.
He can get open on a slant. Any good receiver can get open on a slant or an out route. It's what you do after the catch. Because he's going to get 5-yard catches, because that's Chase's go-to.
Yep.
He gets 5-yard catches and then busts one.
Yep.
So, because I don't think they're going to let Chase beat him deep.
No.
It's happened way too many times this year.
Yeah, I think moving forward, they're going to double put a safety over the top.
Yeah.
Chase, but
Who's the 49 or the Rams' other safety besides Jordan Fuller?
Weddle. They picked up Weddle.
Yeah.
And then, so I think that's why T. Higgins has got to step up like he did last game.
And Tyler Boyd. Because they might leave Ramsey on the island with Chase and then double team Higgins so that they only have one option left. So
Boyd's got to cook
Boyd
in
might
the
have
slot.
to have a big game. And Uzama.
Yeah.
The Bengals need to stop doing the old put Uzama on the first down marker and just let him sit there because it's starting to be readable.
It is.
If we as fans can notice it, then the other teams definitely notice it. The tight end always just sits half a yard past the first down marker.
My next thing is, which team can run the ball better? Because I think it's going to be a very interesting running back duel because I think Joe Mixon's been doing good. He's had a really good year, as we all know. He's slowed down, though, for sure.
Yeah.
And then for the Rams, I'm Cam Akers is getting better each week as he's come back from his Achilles injury, and I also think Sony Michel could be an interesting component to this team. So I think the running back battle is really even the way Mixon's been sliding of late. So I think it'll be I think whoever runs the ball better will really determine this game. To be honest with you,
You might have it on yours. I think. Obviously, the Cup matchup is huge, but an even bigger matchup is OBJ.
I did have OBJ on there.
I don't know who's going to be on him because Mike Hilton's the slot guy.
Wouldn't they put him on Cup? Because Cup runs out of the slot.
Probably.
So, and then
Awuzie
on OBJ.
Awuzie, OBJ. And who's the other? Van Jefferson? Van Jefferson or OBJ is going to be Eli Apple.
Yeah. That's probably going to be the matchups.
Yeah.
Unless Bengals zone it up.
Awuzie does like to guard the taller people, so
Yeah.
he's probably going to be on Van Jefferson. He was the one guarding Devontae Adams, which is a pretty tall receiver.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably going to be OBJ and Eli Apple.
Yeah. I
think that's a good matchup, honestly.
Just like T. Higgins, OBJ, I said it's got to cook.
Yeah.
Cup's going to get a lot of attention. They're going to put Jesse Bates. They're going to, Jesse Bates is going to have to also, help control Cup. Because Cup, he's really good. I feel like even though he won Offensive Player of the Year, no one gives him, enough credit for how good he's been.
Bates needs to be able to recognize them when they're disguising a play for Cup or when Cup is disguising a play for someone else.
Yeah, he's got to be that leader in the secondary if this final game is a Bengal.
Yeah. He's getting re-signed, though.
Maybe. He's a free agent.
Unless he gets an absolute bag from another team.
I think he could get a bag. As a Bengals fan, I don't want to overpay for Bates because
it depends how much you love Cincinnati.
Yeah.
If you love Cincinnati, you'll risk a check to play for Cincinnati again.
Yeah.
Knowing that you have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase coming back and Hendrickson's coming back, that's probably the biggest grab the Bengals have ever gotten.
Yeah. My two things I have left, key matchups. I have turnover battle.
Mm-hmm.
I think the turnover battle is huge because I think both quarterbacks, they take risk. Stafford takes risk.
Mm-hmm.
Burrow takes risk. And I think whoever wins the turnover battle wins the game. So I just think that's really important. And then my last one, this is kind of weird. Which coach will be more aggressive in fourth down situations?
McVay, I think. I feel like McVay is the. I mean, they're both the same type of coach.
Yeah. I mean, Zach Taylor came from McVay.
Yeah.
Like that, he's his former like OC or something.
Yeah. I think this is going to be one of the most entertaining Super Bowls we've ever had.
Yeah.
It's looking like this game is just going to be big plays or no plays.
I agree.
There's going to be like a bunch of 3-and-outs, I feel like.
Yeah.
But also a bunch of like drives where you just feel the momentum shift.
Yeah, I think for you as a Bengals fan, like I think the turbulence of this game is really gonna like it's gonna mess with you because the momentum swings is gonna be a lot, like you said.
The biggest plays of the game is going to be Stafford's first pick.
You think he's throwing one?
When's it going to happen? He's been throwing up some weird passes the last few games. Like that Jaquiski Tart one.
That was bad.
Like, what was he doing? That was for the game, right? There was like
yeah,
4
that would
minutes
have
left.
won. They would have won.
Yeah. Like, what is he doing there? Because I feel like Joe Burrow, Stafford, I think, is more talented of a quarterback. But
At this point of his career, yes.
Burrow is a smarter quarterback. Like, Burrow this year has had the highest completion percentage, knowing who to give it to. But Burrow just doesn't throw it up. Like, whenever he throws a pick, he, like, tries to get someone to, like, do something, and they're just not on the same page. Like, that Matthew Stafford, like, he wasn't
There's
on the
nobody
same
on
page
the
as anyone.
Yeah. I just think it's going to be I'm really excited for the Super Bowl, but do you want to hear my prediction?
I do.
I think the Bengals will put up a really good fight along with the Rams. Really entertaining. I think high-scoring game. I think this game, like, there's going to be points. I think there's going to be above 50 points combined. But I think the leadership of Matthew Stafford and the D-line of the Rams, and Jalen Ramsey makes more of an impact than people think. Joe Burrow will go down fighting 35-31 Rams.
I said this earlier today. I picked 30-27 Bengals.
McPherson game-winning kick.
Yes. Maybe an OT. It kind of feels like a OT kind of
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Just the way the whole postseason's been going.
It has been that kind of way. But what was I going to say? Did you see the bet about the Gatorade bath color?
Yeah.
What do you think it's going to be?
I'm thinking. So, I feel like if it's the Bengals, it's got to be orange.
If it's the Rams, it's blue.
I feel like they're setting it up.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much talk about it this year. I feel like the players are talking about it, and they're like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have, like, a orange thing for the Bengals, like, set up that no one touches after we win. We're going to dump it on Zach Taylor. Or the other team, or the Rams are going to be like,
Blue.
hey, we got a blue. We're going to dump that on Sean McVay after we win. Like, there's way too much speculation going on.
I don't know why it's so popular this year. I just think it's funny.
Yeah. This year it's way more popular than it ever has been before. Like, I've heard a lot of, like, the national anthem, like, how long it'll take. But
There's just weird bets this year.
Yeah.
Like, Super Bowl squares, like, they've just been taken to another level this year.
Yeah. Where are you watching the game at, Jax?
To be determined. How about yourself?
It's not determined. I just don't know where. I'm watching at one of my family's houses.
That's cool.
But I don't know which house. It's going to be an absolute game.
Is your dad going to get hype?
My dad always be getting hyped. We just got to limit the bad plays as Bengals fans. We can't give them too much leeway because I feel like the Rams are going to be – obviously the Rams are way better on defense than the Chiefs.
Yep.
So it depends what kind of rush they're putting to. We have no clue what they're gonna do because they could rush 3, still get sacks on the Bengals, like what the Titans did. They rushed 3, still got sacks.
I mean, Aaron Donald's better than Jeffrey Simmons.
Yeah.
And Von Miller's better than, like, Bud Dupree.
Yeah. So we have I literally have no clue how this game is going to go. I just feel like it's going to be a momentum-based game. They're both momentum teams. They the Rams go up early or they go down early. Like, both of the teams either go up or go down early. I don't feel like they've had, like, a close game, like, all year.
Yeah.
Or, like, they have a close game, but it's not, like, close the whole game.
I think the last 2 minutes of before half and the first, like, 5 minutes out of half, those 2 periods will be huge.
Mm-hmm. And don't read in too much to what happens on the first drive.
No.
Because it's all set plays.
Yeah.
People are going to, obviously people are going to make plays, but it's going to be, like, set plays. I feel like if the Bengals come out, get, like, 1 sack on the first possession, we're going to throw Stafford off a little bit. And injuries are going to be huge in this game.
Nobody can get hurt.
Both teams have, like, they have their starters, and then they have, like, absolute nobodies behind them.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, if Jonah Williams gets hurt, you're done. Like, there's nobody left on the line.
Mm-hmm. Defensive line, we still don't have Ogunjobi.
You need Hendrickson. You need DJ Reader to be insane.
DJ Reader, just as he was against the Titans. He needs to be really good blocking up the middle on the runs. Hubbard.
I mean, Whitworth's a really good left tackle. Still at age 40.
I mean, they could throw some stunts at him or something. Maybe leave the middle open on some plays and have Reader blindside Whitworth, and then Hendrickson or Hubbard works off that.
Yeah.
I don't think Hendrickson was 100% off of his concussion the last few times.
Yeah. Hopefully he is with 2 weeks off. I want to see I don't want to see injuries. I feel like that ruins Super Bowls. Like, I don't care who you're rooting for.
Who's the other back? Sonny Michel. He's the other back, yeah. I feel like the Bengals can't let Sonny Michel get going.
Yeah.
Because he's been in the Super Bowl before. He knows. I mean, most of them have been in the Super Bowl before in this game.
He's
on
won
the
a
Rams.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know. But, like, he knows what it takes and stuff.
Yep.
We can't let them get momentum.
Yep.
Bengals, it's up to – I don't think it's up to Joe Burrow. Obviously it is because he's a quarterback, but, I feel like he's going to do his job. Jamar Chase, being able to – he doesn't need to perform really well. He needs to perform good enough to beat Ramsey.
Yeah.
If you're going to be who won that 1v1, Chase has to say that, yeah, I confidently won that. Higgins –
got to step up.
And Boyd has not had a great year because they're having to share the ball.
Yeah.
And he's like an actual preferred slot receiver now, other than like an XY receiver. So I feel like Boyd's gonna have some big catches this game. Just like last game, he started off hot. This game, he's gonna be back. Trust me.
On that note, I think we've talked about everything we could.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. We'll see you after the Super Bowl.
We'll recap it up.
We will. And have a good weekend. Be safe. Love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Handshakes back.
Yeah, handshake for sure.
And we will see you next week.
Bye.